So my name is Sharanjit Kaur, and I'm the writer of the play called Together We Are Stars.
My name is Kasamba. I'm the main director of Together We Are Stars. We did the first day of casting. Not everybody actually we came the first day. We didn't have the script, but I had another script of Love Got in the Pal.
Yeah.
And then you volunteered to
write the script
Together We Are Stars, and we brainstormed with the ideas of what we want to do. Of course, we knew the topics, but how to write the play and all that. And luckily, you say, "Hey, I know how to make this." And the enthusiasm that I got from the start is to get to write the play properly. I thought, okay, it's gonna be great. Then she, started writing it off. I think the changes frustrated us a little bit more because we didn't have, in the ideal environment, you have the roles, cast everything, and it's done. Then you start doing the rehearsals.
So we didn't have enough people, and plus, because one thing that I was personally struggling with was that people were in, but they weren't fully in, and I was like getting things that I didn't want to get from them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of really hard. Yeah. But then, because the play was so long, and most actors were like 10-year-olds and that, they couldn't get on all the lines. So we had some change actors as well, lines as well. So in the production, we had a few actors involved. We had Juhi Kumra, and she was the main actor for the first act. She's playing Tina, who actually was going through a cyberbullying act, actually going through bullying, and then she wanted to internally stab a guy, but then she couldn't. We had Warren. He played a few characters in the whole play. He was the phone. I had an idea of having an actual phone in the play because, I just wanted the play to be serious. I wanted it to be like intergenerational at the same time. So he was playing the phone. He was a judge who punished Tina. He was a turtle being abused by people from today's society and plastic.
I've known Warren for quite a few years because he is part of my production as a dancer. I thought bringing him, I can have a different element of him to uplift the young ones. So, at his age and with his professionalism, I wanted him to come and be part of it so that he can help me, help the kids, and bring that kind of skill that he has gained throughout the years.
Sobia was a very mature person to have in the play, but her son, I wanted to throw him in the bin, to be honest. Because I'm just joking, I didn't throw him in the bin actually. But it was Sobia was she was playing Tina's mother. It was really nice to have her because you had Rahima, her daughter, and her son Juhi. And then kind of having her in the room was kind of like a control over everyone. Because even if I left the room or Steven left the room, we'd always have an adult there. Helping each other. That's what we're here for.
Meron, she's my music composer. I've worked with her as a dancer. I've worked with her as a singer. She has an album, so she's a singer. She writes songs. I thought bringing a professional person like that as well to look at, she's never actually done anything like this. And even when I approached her, she told me, "Steven, thank you for having confidence in me, but I've never done such a thing, but I'm gonna give it a trial." So she tried very well. She brought the songs, she wrote the songs, she turned some of the dialogue into the music part, which was great. Just to have that, it brought the whole chemistry together. Lovell, Nanditta, my daughter, I wanted her to lead the main singing because I think she's got a talented voice, and just to make her believe in herself, make her feel like she can actually sing and she can actually gain confidence in what she does, and among other things that she's good at, just to have this element of art in her to build her self-esteem. I think she can make a good singer if she puts her mind to it.
Rahima, she was another one of our younger characters in the play. She was playing the character of Palak, which was Tina's friend. Rahima is a really energetic person. One thing I really enjoyed about her, that dance, her moves. When she was dancing, you could feel that energy. I mean, from her face, you couldn't just tell that she was there for the sake of it, but she was actually enjoying it. But I think the only thing that I had to work on with her was the speed. she would speak more fast than me, so I had to work on that with her.
Gaspar is a choreographer. He choreographed the dance. I've worked with Gaspar in schools, doing African dance workshops, dance drumming workshops. I've worked with him for quite a long time. I spoke to him in 2015 and I told him, Gaspar, there's something, we need to start building this thing. And I want to see how we can work together. Every time I was with him, he's either been hired by somebody else to come and do kind of like a dance workshops or something, train the kids or have to dance and so on. And me, surprisingly, I find him there. So we're always meeting in the surprising moment. So I thought one day, 2015, I said, one day, hopefully we can work together. And luckily, and I'm so blessed that time didn't elapse too long, and we managed to, I had his contact, I called him, and luckily he agreed, and they say, okay, let's do it, let's make it. I like working with him. He's good, he's very authoritative when it comes to being there, dance. It doesn't matter what issues you have back home, get here. If it's dance, get in the acting. Dance. If you're meant to move, move. If you're meant to wiggle, whatever. And at his age, I respect him very, very much. And I would definitely want to work with him again.
So there was one Rajveer who was my brother. I kind of had to drag him to come. He was playing the character of Abdul, who was taking the mick out of Tina. And you know, being in high school, we all have that one person who does that. So I wanted the play to be more realistic, more, you know, having like high ecological validity. And therefore I was like, you know, we need to have all the small chitty chatty characters that we always have in school. And I feel like that scene that we had of Abdul and Tina in the whole play, the audience really loved it and they really enjoyed it. It was kind of realistic and funny as well at the same time. The other Rajveer, the small Rajveer, I call him the small Rajveer. His energy was really good, but the only thing that I struggled with him was I couldn't really have a seating plan for him, because whoever put next to, he would just start talking to them out of nowhere. But rather than that, he was like a really nice person to have in the team.
I've got two drummers, two musicians. I've got Papis Mane. Papis was my main drummer. I've worked with Papis many times. He's part of my production. He's part of my Bantu Arts as the main drummer. He's a good drummer. He's got a very good attitude. He's very approachable. That's why I like working with him. Same goes to Abubakar. I've met Abubakar actually through, in fact, both Abubakar and Papis, I've met them through a lady called Sue, whom I work with. She's kind of like my agent. I've met those two artists through her, through the performances, through the dance and the workshops. So Abubakar is one of the guy who is very talented. He picks sounds quickly. He plays instruments quickly. He's a multi-talented person, and having him on board in Together with Stars, I think was a great honor to work with him.
So Allycia's Steven's daughter. She was like really nice to have in the team. She was really quiet, so I had to like really work with her on like projecting. But one thing that was really funny was we had this scene. Tina, she's playing the character of Aisha, and they were good friends. So one thing I really struggled with her was she had to go and hug Tina, but act as a friend. She didn't do that. She was like, just hug and just step back. So that was like one thing that was really funny in the whole act. She was trying to be friendly, but she couldn't, and that was like really funny. Biansha was the little Rajveer version 2's sister. So she was really helpful. She was like, it was really nice to have someone of my age, because you know she was also going through the same GCSE exam stress that I was going through. So having someone of my age in the whole performance was really helpful. And then another thing that she was really helpful in was that her brother Rajveer, he was really chatty, but then when she was there, she could kind of control him and stuff. But in the actual play, one thing that was really nice that she did was that she improvised a lot, because they were in the scene that she had to come when I got stabbed. Before that scene, there was a mirror that Tina had to kick. So when she kicks the mirror, the props stay on the stage, and then the way Biansha improvised to take that prop off the stage was really nice. It kind of fit in what we were doing. Coming at that spot of like doing something, it was like just like improvising, and that was nice. So Haider was one of our young actors, and he was a pretty challenging person because he was really well behaved and everything, but he had the character of a police officer. And even though he had only one line, that one line was really powerful because, you know, he had to say that line word by word as it was written. And as I know Haider, he's not that kind of person who shouts and, like, you know, has that tone of a policeman. So it's like really hard to like work with him on that because he knew his lines, he was doing very well, he was doing everything, but the tone that I wanted him to get at the end of the day, like that police tone, because whenever he had to go in front of Juhi and arrest her, he would like not like look confident and sound confident, so I just had to work on that. But in the dance, he was really well and he was really well behaved.
The topics we had in the production, we had knife crime, we have climate change, we had Brexit, and we had cyberbullying. Where I come from and how I grew up, even the skills that I have as a performer, we do things as part of the community. Art is something that builds within us. It's built on working together as a team. It's built around our ancestors, what they brought and the education they left behind, which is passed on through generation to generation. So when I look at things like Brexit, why do we have Brexit? It's good to work together. It's good to open to other countries or open to other people to be part of us, because the more you learn from other people, the more you develop about yourself.
So one thing that I'm going to do in the future that I've decided to do now is to spread awareness. Spread awareness in different forms. Spread awareness through YouTube, through short films, through speaking to people, through every single way that I can. Because my main goal now is to teach people, to educate people. Because you know what, we can make a change, but all we need is that right mindset. I'm the type of person who do things under people, so I more work under people. But when I do something of my own, I kind of never finish it because I'm like, no one's supporting me, no one's here to say you can do this. And the same, I was getting like kind of that attitude from everyone. No, you can't do it, you can't do it. But you were like, no, what, you can do this, you can do this. So that's kind of what pushed me, and you're like, you know, I can do this. I'm putting my best in it. I can do this.
Well, that's exactly the same. I think idea we had, me and Taz, in mind, that we want actually you guys to be able to do this. You have people who are overseeing the entire thing, but then the idea was for you guys to write the script, for you guys to be involved fully, and for us we oversee the entire thing, which I think it worked very well. You wrote the script, you directed it very well. Of course, we had ups and downs, and you know, some.
But I felt like they were important as well because you know, it kind of like a learning thing for me. Because next time I do something like this, I know how I can tackle it, how I can use your skills like in the same way to be more harsh and stuff.
Got a big voice.
No, because the thing is, I'm not harsh. I'm not harsh at all. So someone's like,
oh, you think I'm harsh?
No, not harsh, but it's like, let's say someone read the lines, I'll be like, it's fine, next time. So I like to let people off, and I really struggle at being like, oh, you know what, you have to do this, because I've asked. So I think that's one thing that I really learned, because I'm never harsh with people. If someone says, I didn't do this, I'm like, fine, next week. They will never do that. They will never do it. So that's one thing that I learned. I started getting to know that, you know, I need to be harsh in order for them to do the work.
Well, I don't think it's about being harsh.
But leading, that leadership skill that I didn't have. So you had that leadership skill, but then with me, I was like lacking that skill. But I feel like.
And you socialize with them actually, because a lot of them, you are around with them quite a lot. I'm not around with the kids, and the thing is, I'm older. So the age gap, it comes in. I don't socialize with them. Seriousness, professionalism. So there's quite a lot of things, and that's the reason why I had to back you up every time somebody was not being, was not listening. I wanted you to lead it, which you did very well, and I just went to be the backbone. Whoever is displaying, I raised my voice up. A few times I did raise my voice.
So because like the sessions that you weren't here, that sessions were like, I was really like, at the start I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? So I spoke to her, I was like, if they don't listen to me, what will I do? And she was like, just go on with it. So every single time, then your wife came. That really helped, which was like, I'm observing you. I'm observing you. So they kind of did listen to me. They felt like I was the Steve at that time. So
I felt bad when I was away because
should have been here.
It was one day, but it felt like How is she going to cope? But I trusted you. I knew you well. You were my
Yeah, like that was the pushing. That was like a catalyst for me, like driving force that I can do this. Because I was struggling a lot. I needed that because I was getting so much negative attitude from every single person in the cast. But I needed that positive attitude from somewhere to be like, you can do this. And even from one person, it really helped. If you ever see whatever I do is connecting with people. All I like is connecting with people in a different way. Because I'm from a different place. I'm not from here. I'm from a different place, a whole different universe, I'm guessing, because London and Europe is two different places. So adapting to that and everything kind of really helps connect to people. But one thing that I learned from you is that leadership skill. And I would love to work with you in the future as well, because I feel like working with you, I can learn new things every single day. Because in this whole part, I learned new skills every single day. I learned something new every single day. And I hope to write more plays, direct more plays. And
no, we're going to definitely try and build it. Definitely. So, thank you.
Thank you.